right.
Hey, just want to say Happy New Year to everybody once again. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Artist Collab Lab. My name is PJ Corallo,
Cole Mills.
and this is the last part of the trilogy, if you will.
New Year's trilogy.
Yes, for our series right now.
What do we got for him, PJ?
So this last episode is based around this project that Cole approached me a long time ago with, and he said he wanted to do a full visual of live dance and drums for Ultralight Beam by Kanye West off of The Life of Pablo. And yeah, this pretty much was building for a couple months in terms of preparation and just discussing ideas and whatever, and him working out choreography with the homie Alex
Ernestovich.
Yes.
And Dance Evolution up in Saddlebrook, New Jersey.
Correct.
Huge shout out to them for letting us use their space, and
Absolutely.
to him for being a beast. He choreographed it with me, just an incredible process to be able to work with him as an artist as well.
Yeah.
So
Great dude.
Yeah, very excited about this episode and showing you this work that we came out with.
This movie.
It's cool. I'm glad to have gotten my hands on the edit.
Yeah,
of this.
guy,
Very
yes,
excited.
right. Editing skills through the roof right here. The whole video. Anyway, I just want to, before we get fully into it, as I said, to thank you guys again for tuning in. This is a new platform that we're going and we're launching. As I said, the Artist Collab Lab. We've said it 100 times. We're going to say it again. And stay tuned for more episodes. We got plenty of new artists we're bringing on, new projects I'm doing, he's doing. New projects we're doing together. So.
Quick shout out to Marco, the next guest on the Collab Lab.
Yes, indeed.
Enough
Berkeley
of that.
College of Music graduates.
Oh, there it is. Know every
2016.
bit. Berkeley College of Music. Know every
And
bit.
yeah, we're gonna get into this movie.
Yeah, let's get into it. And we're
All right.
back.
Yes.
Dude, I love watching this. This is technically our first full-blooded
Official
production.
production together. Yeah.
Actually, probably my first tip-to-tip production that I've had my hands on. Very cool.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the months going into it, the months of preparation, because
I will say before I talk about all the prep work, just shouts again to Mo Malka of Iron Fist Studios for mixing and mastering this track.
Huge shout out to him as well, because he just proposed and she
Oh,
said yes.
congratulations. Yes, sir.
Huge congratulations, big man.
Just now. Anyway.
So yeah, talk to us a little bit about what went into your end, the music side of it, because I presented you with this track, and I was fascinated by the gospel,
Right.
hip hop infusion kind of thing, and I
Well,
wanted
for
you
me, this track is very, very open and just like, in general, little drums as possible for the track. It's just basic groove. And with the minimal drums that are there. So for me, I was trying to take that approach and just like respect the space of the whole tune and, really just groove with it for what it is. But after kind of going back and forth, after we had a few rehearsals and whatever, you gave me some input to, open up a little bit more and kind of riff it out. So with that being said, I attempted to keep my best efforts on grooving with the tune as groove and pocket as I could while still keeping it, authentic, just organic.
flavorful,
And,
right?
yeah, and just like trying to spice things up.
Well, I kept pulling that. I kept trying to pull that out, because
Yeah.
that was my, from doing the two things, episode 1 and 2. I wanted more, right?
Right.
I said in episode 1, pushing the tempo.
Yeah.
And working with Alex, you could see now that there are dancers out there that can push the damn tempo.
Oh, yeah.
Every
Every time that chance verse came around, he would just tell me to like pretty much freestyle, and then that's what would happen. I would just go off and try to follow the lyrics through my drums and be melodic on the drums. So that was the approach I took for that. As I said, while still trying to keep the pocket and respect the space of the tune.
So this being the first thing that we choreographed, that I choreographed with Alex, and the whole process of trying to now strategically place certain things based on how you were going to play certain elements of the song. That was my goal, was to be able to, like you said, there's a lot of negative space,
Right.
to be able to appropriately, tastefully input, and not go overboard and not cloud
Right.
even your drums or whatever.
No, I thought it was a great balance of just overall choreography and the live drums aspect. As I said, this is a new concept, and for me to have live dancers, and myself kind of put things together as a project, and I think it's pretty dope. And
This was not re-recorded. This was recorded live.
this was recorded live. However, I did record separate while we were there. So what I did was we recorded, had to have been like 10 times of
At
us
least.
playing together, all three of us.
Just feeling it
The
out.
track was actually coming out of a speaker, and I also had one ear in listening direct. So with that, I was trying to get the best take I could for while the three of us, yeah, right. So for you guys, structurally had the tune and could hear it, and then I did go back and I kind of laid a little more smack in terms of like my dynamic on the tune, and then I did maybe 3-4 takes of that, and that was the end result. And then we just slapped my drums over the whole thing, and this guy is the reason why we have the movie that we just watched.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the kit setup, because I always am fascinated by the setup. You know what I mean?
So this guy was trying to get me to do. We were going through all kinds of ideas, and I love that too. As a drummer, I just love experimenting with different setups, and this one in particular was my dad's jazz kit, which is a Gretsch USA Maple. kick drum, 18-inch. And then this time last year, for the start of 2016, I bought a Sonar Martini kit, which is real small kit. So the bass drum's 14. We got an 8-inch tom, a 13-inch floor tom, and a 12-inch snare. However, snare drum in this video was a Mapex Brassmasters Black Panther.
Is it this it right here?
That is it right
No
over
way,
there.
this is it
That
right
is it right there.
Oh.
And
No, every bit.
yeah, so that's the one right there. That's the baby. She had and still has the Remo just clear Emperor 13-inch. It's a 13-inch drum. And yeah, so that was the snare drum. As I said, my kick was my dad's USA Maple Gretsch kick. And the toms were from the Martini kit, Sonar Martini kit. And I just had my ride, which is a 22-inch Zildjian Constantinople ride, and a 20-inch extra dry Meinl thin crash.
Do you have a teleprompter? Did you just remember all that, or are you reading that somewhere?
No, that's all right here. I'm just
Whoa.
spitballing, but yeah.
So
I love gear. I'm a gear freak.
So what? Why those drums? What sound came out of it?
Meinl sand hats as well. But no, I wanted to go for kick drum wise something that was going to be full and big enough, but not something that was going to be too huge. That would have been like inappropriate to mix with live dance and like an art form such as that. And then snare, I knew I wanted something crisp but loud as shit, and just something that was going to cut but still be dynamic and crispy when I need it. And then toms, I wanted to just be super melodic, and at the time and still right now, they're one of the more, this toms just sing, I should say. They're just the singing toms. And I thought they would be a nice fit to integrate in around that setup, and therefore we have the video we just have. And yeah, I'm happy with it. It was a cool hybrid kit to play.
Yeah, well, so off of that hybrid, I went for that hybrid genre of dance.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that dance. Why I know you did the barefoot thing and just had like a little more lyrical ballet aspect, but still had the hip hop feels, and we're going in with that. So if you want to elaborate a little bit more.
Wouldn't have been possible without Alex, I'll be honest with you.
Oh yeah, beast.
He definitely helps me break my patterns and stuff like that. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed going through this collaborative process with him because it took me a few months to kind of build on the work that we did.
I remember you sent me videos like just in your apartment and random spots that you were kind of rehearsing stuff
right,
out.
like, hey, how do you think this looks compared to what you're playing and stuff like that. But it's just so interesting to watch it transform from where it started to where it is now, right? We did the first rehearsal video. I remember looking at this as a reference from episode 1.
Right.
That
exactly.
rehearsal.
Yeah. We filmed other stuff that had ultralight beam that day as well.
Right. Well, some of the choreography stayed, some of it changed.
Right.
But
same with the drums.
Right. Well, keeping the shoes off, and Alex having his shoes on. I love contrast, so I wanted to go with contrast.
That was dope.
And you're hitting it with this like you said, this kind of jazzy hip hop feel, this kit and this feel. So I was like, all right, I want to hit it with some classical ballet, some classical lyrical dancing with that need to hit the beat. I love it. I'm a Latin ballroom dancer. I love playing the music.
Yeah, I feel
You know what I mean? I just came out of school for 4 years of dancing modern, dancing off the beat.
Right.
So it's good to get back to just grooving.
Just down to basics. I feel that.
But there was two my solo and Alex's solo were both freestyles.
Right.
They were both freestyles. So I did actually get to play, with that gospel part, and just when you came in on that part, I did actually get to riff, which was fun as well.
So you didn't use in-ears on ultralight beam?
I did not use in-ears.
Okay.
I wanted to use in-ears, but we didn't have 2 in-ears for myself and Alex.
Right. Okay.
But so this was cool to watch again, because I'm starting to see now that you and I are making choices that we wouldn't normally make based on the experiences.
Right.
You know,
we're trying to
push it.
Yeah, push each other's boundaries a little bit.
And so I think this is a great way to wrap up the episode 3 in
Yes.
the New Year's trilogy.
Yes.
And also start in the new year, 2017, with episode 4, and
Yep.
you and I taking Alex Cohen and Marco's track to another level.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool
I'm
place.
stoked. Oh yeah.
Reverse process.
Yep.
So that'll definitely be cool to talk about, and we worked with a photographer.
Yes. Mark Conti.
Shout out to Mark Conti.
He is a savage.
He's a beast.
Behind the lenses.
Absolutely. So,
but thank you guys for tuning in to these 3 episodes.
Please follow
Happy
us.
New Year.
Follow us on social media.
Hope everyone has a happy and healthy year ahead. Lots of success.
Yeah.
And thank you again for tuning into the Artist Collab Lab.
Yeah.
We'll see you very soon.
Have a wonderful and beautiful rest of the day.
Follow us on social media.
I said that before, but he was talking.
Do it again.
Oh, no.
Peace.